Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. A rent-free summer. How did I have a rent-free summer? So hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoy the content or find it useful, and let's get right into it. So for me, I worked a seasonal job for a few months in Ketchikan, Alaska. Seasonal work is a great way to see the country, spend a good amount of time in a beautiful, amazing location. Many of these places are in national parks. You can save a lot of money. So for me personally, I feel like it's the only way I've been able to save most of the money I make while living in the US. If you work a regular 9 to 5 in a city somewhere, you know what I'm talking about. The high rents, the cost of having a car, insurance, gas, health insurance, food. For the average person, these things are gonna take up most of your paycheck. I've been working seasonal for the last 5 years or so, and on and off really over the years at some different short-term locations or situations. My monthly rent on average has been about $300 or less. And just think about that. In this day and age, in these times we're living in, I think most people are paying at a minimum, $1,000 a month, but more likely $1,200, $1,300 a month and up. In comparison, that's money I'm saving each month. Who knows, $700, $1,000 a month that's going into my pocket. So if you work a summer season for 4, 5, or even 6 months, you can do the math on that. You're living in a place that most people can only afford to visit a couple days, if at all. So in my opinion, the national parks are the best places in our country, and I'm getting to live in them and really get to know them. So many jobs will offer free housing for the season. For the most part, it's going to be a shared room, dormitory style. For me personally, I can't do that. I have to have my own room, my own space. That's always what I look for. And I think everyone really wants to have their own space. Even if you get along great with your roommates, if you're friends with them, you still want to have your own space. But if you don't mind sharing for free rent, there's many of those situations available. Some jobs will offer free space to park your RV for the summer and free hookups for that. Some will offer your own living space, completely free. And that was my situation in Alaska. The really cool thing for that job was I got to live in my own camper. It was my first time getting to try that out, see what it's like. It had running water, a shower, full range stove, and it ran on propane, and the job gave everyone 2 free tanks, which lasted about a month. And you learn how to conserve the propane, how to take short showers. You don't use the oven so much, and you can get through the month maybe on 1 tank. At our local store, it cost about $30 bucks to replace the tanks. And there were about 8 or 9 campers in a tiny house in the space that they have at this location. And everyone who works there gets their own camper. The cool thing as well about the situation, it's right next to a salmon stream and a wildlife sanctuary. And it's the place where people go in Ketchikan. People who are arriving on cruise ships every day are going and taking fishing trips there. If you want to see bears, that is the place. And we were seeing black bears almost every day, eagles every day in those 2 months. The joke is that eagles are like the pigeon of Alaska. they're everywhere. It's pretty crazy. And I saw more bears than I've ever seen in the rest of my life, just in those 2 months. It was almost every day. But the main point is, in these situations are out there, free housing for a few months while you're working certain jobs. The tour sales job along the docks that I was doing, working the busy cruise ship season, wasn't really my cup of tea. So after a couple months, I ended up putting in my notice. The pay was good, and you do get to work outside, which is a good thing and a bad thing when you're living in a rainforest. But I'd still recommend it. It's a great opportunity to experience Ketchikan. You see lots of wildlife, humpback whales, orcas, harbor seals, especially once their season gets going in the summertime. There's not feeding grounds in Ketchikan. There is in Juneau, a little bit north, but the whales are just kind of passing through that channel near Ketchikan, but you can see them. It's pretty common. And the native Alaskan culture is on display there. The largest collection of totem poles in the world in Ketchikan, in Saxman Totem Village, and Totem Bight State Park. So definitely worth working there, living there, and checking it out. So at the beginning of July, I was offered a new job near Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. Now, sometimes you'll find these situations, like a job posting on CoolWorks, and they need late season help. They desperately need someone to be there and to finish the season. In this case, early July until about the end of September, so about 3 months. And they'll often sweeten the pot by offering a rent-free place. And sometimes you can maybe negotiate for a higher salary, a higher end of season bonus, because they really need to get someone there. So I'm working at one of the employee housing buildings, and they offered me my own full 1-bedroom apartment, non-shared, completely rent-free, and it's a nice amount of living space, a full kitchen. I really enjoyed being able to cook all my meals here. A few blocks away, there are hiking trails and a bike path. I rented a bike for the entire season for only $50, so some great amenities nearby. The job requires me to walk about a mile between the buildings on most days. It doesn't require me, but I choose to do that. I love to walk, so I'm getting paid to walk. Not a bad deal. The job suits me more. I work independently, and they leave me alone, just let me do my thing. To me, that's a good job. Just leave me alone, let me do the job, no micromanaging. So I've really appreciated that. And once again, these situations are out there. I got lucky with this one, just to have my own full apartment provided and rent-free. It's pretty amazing. In this economy we're in this era we're in, with people living in their cars, having roommates to save money, or just looking for alternative situations, a way they can reduce living expenses and be able to save more money. It's pretty awesome to find these situations. The money I save for not having to pay rent, that's my travel fund. It's gonna set me up for the winter, where I'm planning to travel overseas, most likely to Vietnam, Cambodia, or Thailand. All right, hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, or you're considering seasonal work, let me know down below in the comments. Just wanted to give an idea of some of the possibilities that are out there in these crazy expensive times we're living in. All right, thanks everyone, and see you in the next one.